hits just keep on coming.
London Hot Radio.
You are locked into www.londonhotradio.co.uk.
Hi and welcome to the Lennie and Ronnie show.
Ron, why are you shouting? Why are you shouting, Ron?
I'm not really shouting. I'm just trying to get back into the groove.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask a question? Where were you? I ain't seen you for a while.
Right, you know what? First of all, before we say one thing, ladies and gentlemen, all the listeners, Ronnie's back, and I feel that I've had my arm stitched back on again. Ronnie's back, and I want...
It was me who was missing.
I want a big... I'm so glad, Ron, that you're here, because Sin, the main man, the governor, the gaffer, has hooked me up with so much crazy people, including himself. So I'm happy that you're here.
I think he was really good. I mean, he kept the brand going.
Yeah, he told me.
Really, he kept the brand going.
Ron, he told me that Coolio's a genius.
I can see some what you call it? What's them things what fly past in the
Oh, the pigs. Oh, yeah. He told me Coolio's a genius, and I thought, wow.
Okay. Well, I mean, Gangster's Paradise got to number one.
Let's move swiftly on. Ladies and gentlemen, Ronnie's in the house. We're in full effect. So thank you, Ron, for being here. I don't have to suffer Sin no more in his aggression.
And Sin's going to get him, Cameroon chocolate, is it? Cameroon chocolate?
What's the Cameroon chocolate?
I don't know what it is. So I'm asking.
So, Ron, what have you been doing last week when you've been getting...
Ronnie,
I don't know what Cameroon is. Is it a Jamaican thing? Is something you have in Ochi?
I don't know.
I don't know any Cameroon.
I've just asked him, what is it? What does that mean?
Where did you get it from?
What is it, Sin?
What?
Caramel or caramel?
You get a lot of
caramel
chocolate on your OnlyFans.
No, I don't get. No, I don't even know. I have no idea what OnlyFans is. What's
caramel?
OnlyFans? Yeah.
Why were you saying caramel? What's caramel, Ron?
Caramel. Is it caramel?
I don't even know what you're talking about, Ron. I've got no idea.
Sin's going to get you one anyway, plus a bottle of water or something.
Right, so I'm glad you're here, Ron. So what have you been up to in the last week, Ron?
Oh,
Tell me. Tell me.
You know, funny enough,
Okay, Ron, that's enough about you. What are we doing about television? No, carry on. Carry on, all joke, go on.
Actually quite bad, you know, when you said that.
What? I said what? No, tell me, what have you been up to? Tell me, what have you been up to?
Well, the thing is, to be honest with you, I was wondering where you were. But then I realised it was me who was missing.
Okay, well, I've been here, Ron. I've been here.
But, you know, what it was, I just was laid down with a few ill health stuff, and you know what it's like. You get knocked down, and you get up again, don't you?
I don't know. I've never been knocked down before, Ron. I'll take your word. Never been knocked down before.
That's a sign of a true champ. If you get knocked down, you get up again. It's a sign of a true champ. Ask Muhammad Ali. Ask Sugar Ray Leonard. Ask Marvin Aguilar.
So what you're saying is because I've never been knocked down, I'm not a true champ. Is that what you're?
True.
Is that what you're saying?
You need to know what adversity is before you can.
Well,
you can taste
tell Floyd Mayweather.
Sweet victory or success.
Tell the Mayweather man.
Yeah,
or the Kaukazi man.
He kept choosing his opponents. He didn't go in there and close his eyes and said, "I'll have him."
You're defending him, Marcy.
He wasn't like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson said, "I'll have anybody."
Yeah, Mike Tyson did. He said, "Pay your money and jump in the ring. I don't care who you are. Pay your money, jump in."
That's right.
You're right. Okay, Ron. So you're all better now.
You know what? I'm fighting fit, but normally I could knock down trees, but I can't do that at the moment. So I'm not going to say that I'm fully fit, but I'm fighting.
You know what we need to do, Ron? There's a couple of things that we need to do. But carry on about fighting fit.
Yeah, I'm just fighting fit. I think, as I said, I was laid down for a few weeks. I was weak. As I said, I was on the canvas. The referee was counting me out, but he didn't get to 10. And that was the main thing. I got up. I'm glad that you're here. Yeah. I'm glad that you're here. There were some people that missed you. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I missed. Go on. Who did you miss? Who did you miss? I missed Maria. Oh yes, bless her heart. I really miss Maria. I don't know what. I thought about her when I was on the canvas. Oh wow! And the referee was counting me out. That's why you got up, Ron, because you thought. Well, I said Maria. Somebody said Maria. I said, oh yeah, I got to get up. And then Sally. Oh bless. See, Ron, all these people are inquiring about you while you was away. Oh, okay. Wow. Well, Sally. I mean, you know, Sally. Yeah, I thought about Sally as well. I didn't. And also, you know, the other one I thought about was, hi Fiona. Oh wow, Ronnie's put on a real sexy voice and niced himself up. Hi Fiona. You don't talk like that to me. That's my signature thing for Fiona, isn't it? Hi Fiona. Ronnie put
put on a nice voice. Take it easy, take it easy. Ronnie put on a nice voice. Don't put that nice voice on for me.
Well, you know what?
Right, Ron, we're just gabbling here. We've got to get on with the show now.
We do have to, actually. You know what? There were a few things I wanted to talk about.
I'm glad you're back. I'm seriously, all jokes aside, Ron.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you're back, and I'm glad I can see the back of Sin.
Well, you sent him out for a water and a chocolate.
Yeah, that's right.
Was it a caramel chocolate?
Yeah, a caramel, Cadbury's
Wow,
caramel.
I can't believe this guy's taking the piss. You're sending this guy out for... He runs this radio station.
I don't care. I don't
and
care.
You sent him out.
I'm massive. He's short. What can I say?
Oh, my God. Anyway, we want to just get on with the show, don't we?
Right, we want to get on with the show.
Right,
we want to get on with it.
I mean, there are lots of topics we can talk about. Lots of topics I wanted to talk about, but I was laid out, as I said, on the canvas. Right. One of the main topics that was really we've discussing for the last few weeks is your mate Kwasi.
He ain't my mate.
Well,
He ain't my mate at
well,
all.
he's not your mate because he's got sacked now, so he's not your mate anymore. Is that the reason?
He was never my mate.
Well, you know what? I have to say, I remember you saying... Oh, sorry, we're talking about Kwasi Kwarteng. He's the
Former.
The first, well, I'm not going to say that. He was the first ever black chancellor of this country.
If there's any justice, he'll be the last what he did. He'll be the last, Ron.
Well, you know what? He was there for 38 days. You've got to give that. Well, there's positives in that. He was there for 38 days.
He did not remind me of Michael Jackson singing Billie Jean.
Well,
yeah?
you know what? He did look like Michael Jackson. If you put glasses on and you looked at them. Anybody got the Off the Wall album?
No.
If you put glasses on that and Michael Jackson, he would look like Kwasi. The only thing about Kwasi, what I didn't like, was that his head wasn't shaped up. He never shaped up his hair.
Ron, you know
What's wrong with him? What barber did he go to?
I don't know who you are, but the Ronnie that was here 3 weeks ago was a nice man.
Yeah.
You don't seem to be a nice man.
Well, no, I
And
just...
the Ronnie that was here before never mocks anyone and ridiculed anyone for their appearance.
No, it wasn't that. I just felt that his hair was... He needed to get a good barber. I mean, I know a few barbers you can go to. You even know a few barbers you can go to. And just get his hair shaped up a bit, couldn't it? You know what I mean? That's what I could say.
All I can say to Kwasi is if you go to a barber, make sure it's not a Jamaican. Go to a Turkish.
Kwasi, don't listen to him. Go to your, was it a Ghanaian or Nigerian barber? Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
You stick with your own. Listen, I just want to say, Kwasi Kwarteng, he was fired on, Friday the 40th of October, after 38 days as Chancellor, by his very, very good friend, the Prime Minister, Liz Truss. I don't know if she's a good friend of him now. The signs were there that someone was going to be thrown under a bus. Do you agree with the policies that if the ship is sinking, it's every man for himself? What do you think, Lennie? Do you think that should be the case?
I think there's no loyalty, period. So it could be your brother, your mother, your sister, whoever. Everyone wants to further their own agenda. And if it means that they've got to step on your head in the river to get to a boat without wetting their feet, another boat, a life-saving, they're going to do it. Wouldn't you agree, Ronnie?
Yeah, I think so.
There's no honour amongst thieves, among family, amongst anyone. There's no honour. There's just no damn honour. So as far as I can see, he got exactly what he deserved.
Yeah, but there's a time when you said to me, I felt sorry for him.
I did feel sorry for him, but it was because of the way his jacket fitted him and the way he had those... you know when he was...
jacket fitted him?
Yeah, he was on a building site and he had a hat on his head. It didn't fit him properly.
Yeah,
that's why I felt sorry for him.
You should feel sorry for him. I'm talking about the fact that he was in a really bad position. He'd made this mini budget. Everybody was basically just on him. He was under pressure.
I think that he's learned a very valuable lesson. A very, very valuable lesson.
Yeah, but I'm going to be good on this one. I think I did feel sorry for him.
You're going to be good.
In terms of, I felt sorry for him, but you know, one of the things I believe what could have happened.
What?
That I reckon.
You're just going to start defending him.
He probably did get advice. He probably got advice from his dad. His dad's something to do with economics, you know.
Yeah, but you know what, Ron?
I felt his dad probably gave him some good advice and he never listened.
The Nigerian people, I think they're amongst the most educated people. This is not just me just talking crap. The Nigerians are amongst the top 1 or 2% educated people in England. Yeah. But yet still, why do they drive minicabs, Ron? Why? There's something afoot.
That's not good. That's not a good comment to make, is it?
Well, how about if it's truthful?
Well, I mean, you know, maybe he's driving a minicab because he's studying at the moment and he's really looking at the long-term
I'm just saying
picture.
to you, they're a great nation, and back in the days they were a phenomenal nation. I don't know. Well, I do know what happened. They're too corrupt and teeth. That's what the problem is. But
Are you saying that Nigerians are corrupt, and
Have you never had an email from a man telling you to send him 100 grand and he's going to send you 20 quid? Have you never had one of them emails before?
100 grand? What?
Yeah, they're crazy.
You mean send him 120 quid and he'll give you 100 grand?
They've always got some mad email. Have you never heard of? Oh, you know what, Ronnie? You're messing about with me. You are messing. You must have seen it. You must have
seen it.
The
Nigerian community is listening to this.
I don't care if the Nigerian community is listening. Whether they take an umbrage to it or not doesn't mean it's not true. It's there. It's on the internet. Whether they like it or not.
Yeah, but you're saying that the Nigerians are corrupt and they're a bunch of thieves.
That's exactly what I'm saying, but it's not all of them. What do you believe, Ron?
You know, I just felt that was uncalled for. I just think maybe you should have been a little bit more subtle with it.
Listen, anyone who's Nigerian that's listening, I love a read, and I know about Abraham Babangida, and I know all about that stuff, and I know about the oil there. So who's Abraham? Yeah, it's just that these people are so corrupt, Ron. These people have got more money than, I don't even know, they've got more money than anyone. They're just absolutely, not all of them. Yeah. Some of you, one or two of you lot are okay, but as a rule, they're just shifty. I feel sorry for Kwasi. We've left the subject. I do feel a little bit bad for him, but I want to say good for him because he forgot, Ron, he didn't have blonde hair. He forgot it. He forgot he didn't have blonde hair. He forgot, Ron, that he was always the last to be picked. He forgot that.
Well, you know what? I think Kwasi just wanted to. He just wanted to be in. He wanted to be there. He wanted to be the inside. I mean, like, you know what I found really good about Kwasi?
Tell me.
The fact that his very good friend sacked him, and he wrote a really nice letter. Yeah. A really nice letter.
I know you're being funny. I know you're being funny.
He wrote a really nice letter, and it was published. You know.
Yeah, but that's why. You see, the problem is, Ron, most people, so many people, do the right thing for every wrong reason. And he knew that the letter would come out. He knew it, the letter would come out. And what he wanted to say to her was, "Dear Liz, you're a disgusting trailer park white trash." That's what he wanted to say to her. And the next time you knock on my window and ask me to give you money for bus fares, I'll throw water on you. That's what he wanted to say.
Well, he didn't. He asked her out for a meal
that's right.
or a pub. One day can go out for a
that's
drink
right.
at a pub
Because
or something.
it's such a shame in life now that our lives are led. They're totally led, Ron, through social media, because we know someone's going to leak something, and then we don't mind being vilified by one person, but we don't want to be vilified on social media, because you know what, Ron? It might damage us in the future. So do you really think that black man, do you really think, Ron, that black man was thrown under the bus by the white woman, and he's sending her a pleasant letter? Do you think that, have you lost your mind? Not only did she throw him under the bus, Ron, she drove forward, put it in reverse, done a 3-point turn over him, got out, made sure that he wasn't there, and kicked him in his side, took off his glasses, stamped on them, got back in the bus and done it again.
Or maybe would have actually made his hairline.
Ronnie.
No, I'm just saying.
You're turning into me. You're turning into me.
It could have. He could have made his hairline a little bit.
You didn't answer the question. Yeah? Do you think that's really what was going on in his mind? Kwasi is from, the Nigerians, Ron, they're from fierce, ferocious tribes. Back in the day, they were, what do you think his ancestors would be doing?
Actually, is he Nigerian or is he Ghanaian?
I don't know what he is. I don't care what he is. I know his hairline's going, that's all I know.
Somebody should tell us, one of the streams.
Well, we can just easily look it up, can't we?
Anyway,
Kwarteng sounds to me to be be but we'll look it up.
But you know what?
Tell me, Ron.
I was thinking.
Tell me.
About Kwasi, and I just thought, I did feel sorry for him. I felt that he was embattled. I think when I saw him at the Tory conference, the one thing I noticed what he did.
What did he do, Ron? What's the one thing?
He got on stage, did his speech, and I think he was really nervous about it. But you know what he did after?
What did he do, Ron? Have a point.
He stood next to a black man.
Oh, you mean like
Seb Blatter did? I don't know who it was. Some black guy. He stood next to him. I don't know if he felt that something was going to happen. He just needed some support just in case. And he just stood next to this black guy. Another Tory man, which was you know what? We've made a mistake. Yeah, we've made a mistake because he's from Ghana.
Well, his mother's from Ghana.
Ah, his mother's a barrister, isn't she?
We better be careful of her then.
Yeah, we don't want to sue us.
No, I think we'd be all right because she's probably in hiding with him. I think that's fine. She's probably in hiding.
As I said, I think Dad must have given him some good advice, and he probably didn't take it.
He'll be fine, Ron. He'll be fine. He'll disappear for a little while, go onto the back bench or go somewhere. He'll go back to Ghana.
Yeah.
Eat some fufu and kalilu and saltfish, and he'll be back in good time.
Well, yeah.
Whatever it is they eat.
I don't think he'll be eating that. I think he's probably eating fish and chips and whatever.
No,
Good
all the money,
English food.
all the money
If
he's
there
got,
is a such thing as English food, I'm not sure so actually.
all the money he's got, Ron. Do you think he'll be eating that? So anyway, you know what, Ron? The new segment of the show that you're going to introduce today,
Yeah.
Bozo of the Week.
Yeah.
Can I make him my bozo?
Well, you can. That's what I'm saying. Quasi could be your bozo of the week.
So
Go on.
This is Ronnie's introducing a new segment. People sign in, send us a message of who you think your bozo of the week is. But my bozo of the week is going to be, what's his name, Ron?
Quasi Quanten. Even that I feel sorry for. Even that noise made me feel sorry for him.
Well,
Even that noise makes me feel sorry for him. You know what? I think he wrote that letter because he's hoping that maybe somebody can give him another job in the future.
he'll get another job. He's a bright man. He's a smart man. I mean, he's quite tall. He's strapping, but we've got do you think he'd look with a nice blonde wig like David Beckham?
No, I just think he looks like Michael Jackson off the wall days.
Do you think he could moonwalk?
I reckon Quasi can moonwalk with the best of us.
I think I saw him on Soul Train doing some good top of the pops.
He could do that actually.
Yeah.
Go and do a dancing or something.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move. Okay, Quasi. Yeah, I'm a little bit rough on you, but sorry. But you know.
Can I ask you another question? Just another question.
Ask away.
It's to do with Quasi,
Go on.
but just something an extended question from what
An
what
extended
happened
Quasi question.
to,
Go on.
what happened to Quasi? I mean, have you or anyone
I know.
you're aware of,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
made a decision where you've had to make a U-turn? Right, that's the first thing. This can be a decision made as part of a group or as an individual. Can you remember anything like that?
Well,
Where you just felt, you know what, this is not good.
in
Kids, usually kids. It's like
thank you, Sin.
oh, the
Thank you.
caramels arrived,
Thank you, Sin.
or the camels arrived, or whatever it's called.
So you asked a true and valid question, Ron. You asked
Yeah.
a really nice question. So let me give you a nice answer.
yeah,
So-
a nice answer.
Yeah, good answer.
Oh wow.
You asked me. Very rarely would I make a U-turn, and as an adult, I don't remember doing it. Because let me explain to you what I would do.
Yeah.
I'm going to explain it to you. So anyone's listening, you can write in and cuss me out if you want, but I'll tell you what I do.
Yeah.
Imagine, have you ever seen that game that when you were a kid, they test your cognitive skills by asking you to put a triangle in a triangle hole and a circle in a circle hole. Well, what I do is this. I get a triangle and put it into the circular hole, and if it doesn't fit, I smash it in there. I crash it in there and smash it in there. And if anyone says anything to me, I explain you didn't say that. You just said to put those in there. You didn't say anything else. And they've all fitted. They all fit fine. And that's with my decision making. I make a decision and I make the decision work for me. And in that, you break new territories. You find new ways. Think about things, inventions in the future. People never sit still. You're always told, don't do that. And then someone comes along and does it. And they do it very well. And other people think, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
So that's the way you do it, by breaking the rules.
Wow.
So I just stay on my trajectory and keep going until things turn out how I want them. Very seldomly do I try.
So you don't care if you smash anything on the way to doing what you needed to do.
Well,
'cause that's what you've actually done. You've damaged something.
Well,
and you've smashed your way, and in that fallout, there's going to be somebody who's going to be hurt.
well, it's a fair question, Ron. I feel we're drifting away a bit from this, but
Well,
I'm going to answer it. I'm
no,
going to answer. So my mantra is really simple. My lifelong mantra is this. It's really, really simple. I need to make as much money as possible, as quick as possible, while helping as many people as possible, while harming as few people as possible. So in my life, I can quite happily say there's only one person on this planet I think right now would be thinking, and you know who that is, and so does she. No one else. Anyone that comes into my orbit, from the Ocado driver to anyone who comes into my orbit, the window cleaner, anyone at all who's coming to, all you have to say is, do you remember that fella, Lennie? And they're probably going to say, nah. And then all you've got to say is, he wears grey and white, and he probably gave you a tip. And they say, oh yeah, Lennie, Lennie.
Oh, that short fella. That short fella.
He's a nice fella. He let me use his toilet. He gave me a nice bottle of water. He gave me a tenner tip. And his order only came at £2. He's mad, he is. He's a packer fella. So, again, I actively go out of my way.
Yeah.
Last week I paid for someone's McDonald's because they bibbed me to hurry up. So I paid for their McDonald's, and I just said to the woman, how much is their order behind me? She said £11. I said, here's 15, pay for it. And she said, oh, bless. So I just try, and I find that in helping people, the universe repays me in ways that I can't even imagine.
That is very noble of you, Lennie.
It's not meant to be noble. I'm looking after myself.
I'm looking at a different side to you.
Yeah, you want me to turn the other side? Do you want me to tell you how much I cussed you out when you wasn't there?
I'm never going to say that you're short anymore. I'm going to say that you're a
physically
short
challenged
man with big ambitions.
Oh, wow.
And I think and you're big in stature. So I'm not even going to say that you're short anymore. Actually, I feel quite embarrassed because every time I keep cussing you out and talking about your height, and I think I shouldn't be doing that anymore. Actually, to be honest, at this moment I can't even cuss now because it takes so much energy to cuss, and because I'm in rehabilitation, I can't cuss as I used to cuss. But I'm not going to ever talk to you about your height again. I think it's very noble of you to do that.
I don't think a man who grew up in a 5-bedroom house.
I think that's quite bitchy of you.
I don't think a man
bitchy remark, that is.
Who grew up in a 5-bedroom house and had a garden.
Yeah, a big garden.
Very big garden.
As big as a house. Yeah,
big. I don't think a man that had that when we was going to school should be talking like you are, Ron. I think you're a little bit cheeky, I've got to be honest, because I grew up in a council estate like most of our listeners did.
I never had 2 choppers. I never had Super Striker and Striker. I never had a train set. I never had that jumping thing where you jump around.
Did you have Adidas Samba?
I never had
Hold on. I didn't finish it. Adidas Samba, Bamba, Mamba, Hawaii, Bally, or Kick.
I never had Famba, Jumba. I didn't have nothing. All I had was Woolwich Winfield. And that was it. So I don't know anything about that.
I got one more question. Did you have Adidas World Cup boots or Adidas SL80 or Adidas SL72s?
Yeah, I never had it. I've never heard of those things before.
But you had a 5-bedroom house with a double bed, a hot water bottle, and lots of see? So I don't know what to say to you, Ron.
Well, I said, everybody has their little cross to bear. But you know what? No, nothing. You know what?
I'm all ears.
It's life. It's all about life. It's all about living. Like I said, I just want to say, I actually, I'm really proud of what you're saying. You're very noble of you.
London Hot Radio.
Very noble of you, Lennie. I think it's been.
Why?
What you just said before about
what did I say?
You paying somebody's McDonald's. I mean,
haven't you never done that before?
I never even thought about paying anybody's McDonald's when I'm in a McDonald's.
Well, it's difficult. How would you pay someone's McDonald's with a gyro, Ron? Or a betting slip.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm actually 100% sure gyros don't exist at the moment.
How about
I always pay people's McDonald's. I always carry the Metro vouchers.
Can you hear what he just said? Sin said he never pays for somebody's McDonald's.
I always do because I got the Metro vouchers in my pocket.
Oh right, okay. Sorry, I misheard.
What's a Metro voucher?
And I just see Sin is twerking because he's done that. That's really weird.
Sin, what's a Metro voucher? What is it?
Metro newspaper.
Metro newspaper. Go on.
They have vouchers.
So he tears it out. So what he does, he goes to the train station and he collects all the Metro newspaper and he just rips out all the vouchers.
So they give you free McDonald's vouchers in the Metro paper?
Because they're free and you can get them at the train station.
I didn't know, Ron. I didn't know. Why would I know that? What train station?
Pile of them again. I think
That's because you live in a big house in the middle of the sticks. So why would you know what exists in a train station?
Anyone listening to this, did you hear me say anything disgusting to Sin? He's come in here, pushed his chest out and just started attacking me. Do you see that? I did nothing to him.
I've not been around for a few weeks, but you know what? I see the change in Sin. I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah, he was nice. He was nice. He used to be nice.
Disappointed. He's just gone. He's got. You know what? Have you ever seen that's Breaking Bad?
No.
Well, that's what he is. He's Breaking Bad now. He's Breaking Bad. So he's like the guy in the. What's the guy in the?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
What's the guy in Breaking Bad? What's the lead man in Breaking Bad?
You've got other important topics.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. But I just wanted to just say that about Sin. I just felt that was really important to say that. But Sin, look sharp.
Fix up. Look sharp.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go on to the second subject.
We don't need to say so. We just need to do it as a segue, Ron. We've discussed it.
Oh,
segue.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've been around.
I know. Please forgive Ronnie, Maria, for not exercising the new trick that you showed us.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
So,
but anyway,
all ears. Go on. I'm all ears.
Right. Do you know that you know what's happening next month? That great.
What's happening next month? Tell me.
Come on, you must know.
Tell me. Remind me what's
The
happening.
World Cup in Qatar is happening next month.
Is it?
Yes, it is. It's happening next month. The World Cup. The World Cup, the football, FIFA World Cup. Okay?
Go on, I'm all ears. Go on,
right.
I'm all ears.
What's happening?
Go on.
Is that there's been a lot of criticism of Qatar.
Why?
And, well, one of the things they talk about with Qatar is the conditions of them. They said that the way they treated the migrant workers who built all the stadiums and everything.
Yeah, who's making all these complaints?
Well, Europeans, anybody who's important, they're just saying, oh, they've done this, they really treated them bad, and this and that and this and that. They're also criticising. They're saying that the World Cup should have never been held in Qatar because no one wants them to have the World Cup for various reasons. And one of the other reasons was because of their anti-gay laws. Another reason was of their no drinking policy. And what the other countries are saying is basically that they should be free to do what they want. Now, the fact that the World Cup is being held in Qatar, it's the first Muslim country to hold the World Cup. Shouldn't other countries respect the rules of the host country? What do you think? Do you think they should respect the rules of them? Because obviously, like I said, no drinking policy, anti-LGBT.
Are they not allowed to drink at the World Cup?
Well, no,
What the English people going to do?
I'm going to go on to that. But the anti-LGBT and also the conditions, they're saying that they're criticising the fact that they treated these migrant workers really badly. And they're saying a lot of people died.
Well, it's quite interesting. First of all, it's quite interesting that you say Europe, the people of Europe.
Yeah, but any important country.
Okay. So, the people of Europe are the most disgusting. They're the most filthy and the people of Europe are so bad. All the stuff that they've done to everyone over the years, and
That's very subtle of you. Yeah.
Well, right. I got to be clear. Yeah.
You were very clear. I think you were very clear before.
Now, Qatar, whatever. You do. Yeah, they're going to adjust themselves. They're trying to adjust themselves for the world in the world stage. They're trying to adjust themselves. My guess would be it's probably just for show to get some more tourists there and blah 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 blah. But the Europeans are the most. Tell me a country in Europe, and I'll tell you a disgusting race of people.
I'm going to flick a coin.
Portugal. Portugal. Okay, a good one. Portugal, top of my head. Portugal. How can there be mountains in fact, let's just think of the word in Sierra Leone. Let's think of that. How is Portugal, Ron, colonising Sierra Leone? How?
Yeah.
How did they do that? Have you never read about what?
Well, they didn't ask Sierra Leone. Please, can I just colonise you? I'm sure they never asked.
Do you think Luis Figo came over there and said, "Listen, let's sit down, let's have a game of football, and we're going to make can we buy this?" No.
And I'm sure Sierra Leone would say, "Nah."
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So I mean, let Qatar go on with their own stuff. Let them do their stuff. The migrant workers. At least the migrant workers are going there of their own free will. Europe. They're not being dragged there and you know what, Europe, you know what you did. How is it, Ron, that Belgians, Spanish, English, French, what other countries, Ron?
Oh, you just said French.
Yeah.
I was going to say Germans. Actually.
Yeah, in fact, this includes the Germans as well. Even the Italians. Italians are just as disgusting. What do they think? Let me tell you how stupid they are, Ron.
Oh, the Italians?
Yeah, the Italians. They tried to invade.
Italian community, please. This is just Lennie's view.
They tried to. Who did they try to? They tried to invade.
Mamma mia!
What's the matter? You have no respect. How do you think you do? Why you look at so? No,
shut up, your face. And you know what? I'm going to say that to the Italian community. But anyway, carry on.
So the Italians are so dumb. Yeah. They tried to invade someone like Ethiopia or someone. They're so crazy, Ron. Yeah. And you know what's even funnier? They couldn't even do it. They couldn't even do it. Imagine if they went to Jamaica, Ron, or another country.
Why Jamaica? Sorry,
I'm just saying to you. I'm just saying to you. So, back to Qatar, our point. Yeah, it's true. It is true. But LGBT stuff and all that stuff, all them other countries in Europe are absolutely disgusting. And what I say...
Don't say nothing about the LGBT, you know.
I'm not saying one word about him.
Do you remember what happened to Dave Chappelle?
I'm just saying to you, I'm saying to you, Ronnie, that where was the protection? In fact, if you want to talk about Dave Chappelle, he brings a really
You'll vanish without trace.
Right, he brings a really good question. And since I saw his program, I can't work it out. I just can't work it out. Okay. His question is this. It's really simple. How come the LGBT community got so powerful so quick?
Since London Hot Radio might get shut down.
London Hot Radio. London Hot Radio.
All I'm saying...
That's the end of London Hot Radio.
All I'm saying is...
The gay army.
Dave Chappelle puts a very good question on Dave Chappelle's show on Netflix that everyone can see. He asked a really good question. Yeah. And until he pondered it, I didn't think of it. And the question is, when did these people get so powerful? And how come the black community is so way behind when the black struggle's been going for... Ladies and gentlemen, Ronnie's left now. I don't know who this man is beside me. Ronnie's left. It's a fair question.
I'm Liz Truss. You're Quasi.
Listen, black and LGBT? Nah.
It's just a question.
What at the moment I'm doing, I'm driving my lorry. And I'm going to park it up and I'm going to throw Lennie under the lorry.
Oh, thank you. I feel like Quasi. I feel like Quasi Kwarteng, Liz. So, back to the original question, because people say we just bang on. Okay. So, Qatar, all the stuff they want to do, as we said earlier on, I think there's a lot of people, in fact, a high majority of the planet, a lot of people do the right things for all the wrong reasons. And that's what Qatar's doing. Yeah. They don't want to seem like they're bad and they're doing all this stuff. But really, as soon as the World Cup's gone, they're just going to beat them people the same way. They're going to just treat them like, they're going to treat them like the whole of Europe used to treat blacks back in the days, really.
Well, I think, just to add to this, Qatar has opened up more areas for sale of alcohol, including outside the stadiums in fan zones. So they are selling alcohol just outside the stadiums and in fan zones. And they've also stated that gays are allowed to wave the rainbow flag. That's what they said. So they're allowed to do that, but only in the World Cup, which is about 29 days, I think.
Well, I'll tell you what I hear you saying,
And
Ron.
also they're allowed to hold hands.
I'll tell you what I hear you saying.
They leave this stadium and our drunk people are going to get their hands chopped off.
Yes, I agree with Sin. I think what Qatar have forgotten to say is these special places are called prisons. Yeah, you can get drinks and drink drinks and hold hands in these special concentration like prisons. I think they've forgotten to tell you that have got no cameras, no social media there, and it says on the top of it you can have as much free drink and do whatever you want and hold hands. And when you go in there, you're happy as Larry until the door clanks behind you. It clanks, and three or four men start walking towards you quick, not even saying anything, walking towards you quick with long 3-foot bamboo batons. That's what I think Qatar are going to do.
Well, we'll see what happens in the World Cup. But anyway, before we leave the World Cup.
Oh, we're leaving. Okay.
No, just before we leave it, I just want to say something to you.
Please tell me.
Two things. Actually, Sin, how long have we got? I can't even see. I don't even know.
Why are you talking in a high black man's pitch voice? Why are you talking like a black man who's annoyed because the free chicken buffets run out?
How long have we got? I don't know. We're banging on and talking, and we should know what long we got. I have no idea.
So.
And the second one.
That's the first one.
While Sin finds out how long we got.
Yeah.
Second one is, who's your favourite for the World Cup?
Who's my favourite for the World Cup?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you who's my favourite. So let me tell you.
Come on.
The last World Cup.
No, I'm talking about this one.
No, but I'm going to tell you. The last World Cup and then the last European Cup, I bought myself a pair of trainers. Yeah. It doesn't matter what make they were. They're around 500 quid. And I bought that on my winnings because I bet England would lose. And in the World Cup before that, I bought myself the most outstanding suit again on the winnings that I said that England are going to lose. So this World Cup.
You come from Bermondsey, don't you?
This World Cup. Yeah. What's today's date, Ron? What's today's date?
I don't know what date is today. What is the date today, Sin?
What's today's date, Sin? What's today's date?
17th.
Right. It's the 17th of October. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put £1,000.
Yeah.
That England are going to lose. And I'm going to do it.
Lose what?
Lose everything. Lose everything.
Every game?
Lose their way to the stadium. Lose their kits. Lose everything. They're going to lose. Lose everything.
I'm flabbergasted.
It's the 17th of October. I'm going to bet everything.
But Lennie, you're an Englishman, aren't you?
What's that? I'm not Englishman when people call me black bastard, chasing me down the street with bottles.
Well, I don't understand.
That's not what they say then.
You know what? Can I just say to you, listeners? 1966 was a great year. I'll tell you why.
I was born in.
Yeah. yeah, and England won the World Cup. So, I mean...
Ron, I can see what you're doing, Ron. You're trying to get me annoyed.
I don't understand your reason.
Okay, I've said this before, but I'm happy to say it again.
Yeah.
People can check my facts if you want to.
Yeah.
People can check my facts. I've got no interest in England and 1966 and no World Cup. Don't forget Jeff Hurst. Remember what Jeff Hurst said live on the grandstand? Who did he say it to? Garth Crooks.
The nigger in the woodpile thing, yeah.
He said, are we allowed to say this, Sin? It was
a
famous... So, let's get this clear. The England hero, Jeff Hurst...
Yeah. What did he do?
He scored,
what did he do?
You said he scored a hat-trick.
What do you mean I said?
I don't know. I don't care.
Quick transition break. This show will be aired in future 2 hours later, just so that we can conversate on these things. Back to normal broadcasting.
So
we're going to get shut down, you know.
Jeff Hurst,
the LGBTQ community is coming for us.
He scored 3 goals, and apparently he's a big noise in the community. But it doesn't negate or mitigate people. Anyone listen? That he's saying live on air, "nigger in the woodpile," to a black man in an interview. If that's acceptable, I don't know what to say. And think of the irony of this. We're discussing Qatar's human rights, and Ronnie's bringing up Jeff Hurst, telling me that I shouldn't bet against England. I shouldn't bet against a team in 1966 who openly used the word nigger.
I asked you, the question I asked you was, who do you think is a favourite for the World Cup? And you then went on to this rambling...
I don't know. Anyone apart from England. Tell me who's the worst. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put £1,000 on England to lose not only their way to the stadium, but every match. Yeah, and then I'm going to put £1,000 on whoever, someone in Europe, Belgium or someone to win.
Jamaica's in the World Cup.
Oh, so Golden Bennett, Jamaica. How does that work, Ron? Every time they kick the ball, they pick it up and run with it, or they start putting those, you know, them fires and jerk chicken barrels on every corner. They want to take a corner, and the next thing you know, Jamaicans are putting
What the hell?
What?
What are you saying?
I'm saying that the only thing good about Jamaicans, as I was told as a kid, is they thief like rat and run like cat. That's all I can say.
I'm flabbergasted by what you just said. You know, you were just discussing. I thought you were talking about rugby then, because I don't know if you know, Jamaica lost in rugby yesterday.
Jamaica's got a rugby team.
Yeah.
Are you serious, Ron?
Yes, they lost yesterday. Yes, they lost yesterday.
I didn't know Jamaica had a rugby team.
I only heard it yesterday, actually. I just heard that they lost the game yesterday.
Who were they playing, Ron?
The Rugby League World Cup final is on.
Who were they playing? Who? What?
I think it was... I can't remember, you know. You could Google it, but I don't know. But they definitely lost. So when you said they picked up the ball and ran, I thought that you were talking about that.
No.
But the comment you just made was uncalled for.
Which one?
What you just said about Jamaicans.
What did I say?
Well, you said they thief like what? Rat and...
They thief like rat and run like cat.
What's the address of
hold on.
London Hot Radio?
There is an exception. Well, there's a few exceptions. One of them is when they come out of bookies. Yeah, and they've done all their money. They've done all their universal credits.
So disgusting.
One is when they come out of the off license.
You mean
two? That's it. Two is when they come out the off license, and 15 of them chip in to buy.
15 of them. So you're counting them as they come out. All right. Okay. So 15 people going to the off license.
Exactly.
And 15 people come out. All right.
And they all chip in £1 each to buy a quarter of Hennessy.
Pound each.
Yeah.
Oh, so
that's what they do.
Hennessy's £15.
About that. That's the 2 times.
I'm just trying to. I've been doing my maths. So £15 for a Hennessy. Yeah. 15 people have put £1 each to get this Hennessy.
That's a quarter or a half.
Right, yeah.
And then
they all come out the shop at the same time.
Yeah, well, they all come
go into the shop at the same time.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
And there was a third. Is it a third or is it C?
Well, you said 1, 2, and then 3. What was the third one?
You've lost me now, Ron, because you've.
I don't know how this is how you know that he doesn't watch these people.
Okay.
He doesn't watch this.
I'm too scared.
You know why?
Why? Why is that?
Because they do Ray Nephew.
Oh.
That's true. They can't. Sin's right. Sin's totally right. Jamaicans can't. Sin has just said. He's interjected that you know that.
Don't get Sin in trouble.
Yes.
Why are you getting Sin in trouble?
Actually, what I said is they favour Ray Nephew. So his facts are wrong because they're not even going to buy the Hennessy, and some do, yes, but most Ray Nephew.
All right. So what's more expensive, Ray Nephew or
Especially in South London.
Hennessy? Which is more expensive?
Anyone who's listening, Sin said that you can tell Lenny's making this up because Jamaicans cannot afford.
Also, big up the Jamaican rugby team.
ooh.
You know what? That is an accomplishment.
Oh, yeah, that
so
is.
big up
Even
all
though they
the
lost,
Jamaicans
yeah.
that took part in the rugby
he's-
squad and went and tried to make this happen. That's dope.
Sin's trying to make amends here,
Right,
I think.
so
I think
First
so.
of all,
I
no.
think he's trying to...
First of all,
you know what,
This is your
Sin?
show. Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
that's
whoa.
right. Go on.
This is your show.
Oh,
it's
Sin's
funny how
hijacking-
you're sitting there in the corner, Ronnie, and you can't back nothing
Sin's
from
hijacking the
nobody.
show.
So you're sitting there in the
Ooh.
silence, sitting there, and you can't back
Sin-
anything for
I
anybody.
think he's trying to talk Jamaican
But,
there. I
but,
think so.
and you're going to let Lenny, but you ain't got no answers for him, right?
Right, so ladies and
Go on, yeah, I
gentlemen,
think it-
ladies and gentlemen,
I think it's going-
ladies and gentlemen,
You know, we should have said Sin at the end of it. A war. Wait a minute.
ladies and gentlemen, anyone who's listening, Sin just snatched off of me the microphone and pushed me on the floor.
And he cussed me out.
And also, but this is what I want. I want to ask everyone who's listening a question about. Sin just bigged up the Jamaican rugby team, and I should have done that.
Oh, yeah? Oh.
They deserve the big up.
So Sin just bigged up the Jamaican rugby team,
Oh, well done.
and they deserved it. But I've got to ask everyone here a question about Jamaicans, and this is the question:
Oh, my God. I'm worried.
Who's seen Cool Runnings?
Bad boy movie.
That is the
Bad
worst
boy movie.
movie I've ever seen. And the
I love
accent
that
was
movie.
like... the accent was like somebody from a different continent talking about Jamaica.
Right. So let me
Oh,
tell you.
and-
Let me
and-
tell you. Let me tell you.
Terrible.
Let me tell you.
Terrible.
So the Jamaican rugby team, if you were anything like the people on Cool Runnings, you need some luck. Why can't you choose something? That just gives you a really good insight into Jamaican mentality. Why would
That
Jamaicans
was a
run?
Disney film.
But it was a true story based on a true
Yeah, I know, but
story,
the accent was
true events.
Atrocious.
Yeah, but didn't someone tell the Jamaicans, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why? Why?
I'm going to say that. I'm going to say something.
Oh, Sin.
I'm
Ladies
going
and
to-
gentlemen, Sin.
It's a great movie.
Sin.
Sin's hijacking. Sin's
Sin.
hijacking
Hold on, hold on,
Ronnie
hold on,
and
hold on. Go on.
Sin's
Yeah, Sin.
hijacking Ronnie and Lenny. I don't know what's going on there.
Sin is just.
A war.
Well, I think you should send Sin to the shop, you know?
You know what? I should.
London Hot Radio.
All right. Well done, Sin.
See clearly now.
Oh, wow.
The rain has gone.
Oh, wow. Sin's twerking.
Yes, Sin's working. Sin. What's wrong with Sin,
I
right?
don't know what's happened to
Do
him
you
today.
think he got his gyro today? Or his,
Well, I
you
don't
got
know.
his universal credits today?
I think it's a wacky backy.
Oh, yeah, don't say that. Don't say that on air. Don't say that stuff on air. 'Cause
What is a wacky backy?
I don't know what wacky back is. Isn't that what middle class people like Mo Gilligan call ganja?
Oh, yeah, my villain is middle class now.
He's a middle class type, Ron.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, anyway, what were we talking about? I forgot.
I don't know. I think we talk. I was.
Actually, how long have we got?
You was nicing up the Jamaican rugby team.
How long have we got anyway?
And I said, Ron, why couldn't the Jamaicans just stick to stuff they're good at, like running, thieving, burglary, fraud? Why can't they just stick to things they're good at?
I'm gonna say running.
Running.
Rugby. So they did stick to it. Rugby.
Well, it's
Football.
true. It's
Rugby,
true.
stick to
You know
it.
what, Ron? As you've said it, it just reminded me because when they had the rugby ball, when they got the rugby ball tucked under their arm, it's like running with a purse, isn't it, or a TV? So you're right. It is. Yeah. Sorry, my mistake.
Wow.
You know, one
Wow.
hand free. Imagine they tuck the purse under their right arm and with their left push the police and push everyone down.
So I am just flabbergasted. I'm just
Jamaican rugby team. Big up.
discombobulated.
All jokes aside, well done for representing the black people, but it's still true what I say, tucking it under your right arm and running away with the television and the settee
Oh
under
my
your
God,
and
this
running.
is terrible. I still don't know how long we got.
You know what, Ron, you know Sin. You know what Sin's like, don't you? Sin's gone to make sure there's enough 50p's in the meter so
You know
we
what? I
can keep
shouldn't have
going.
sent him to the shop to get something, you know?
You know what, Ron? I'm
Now he's gonna
glad. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see Ronnie's here in full effect. You see he's already causing... Have you ever heard Sin take my microphone before? That's how angry Ronnie got him.
Yeah, he did.
Ronnie got him so angry.
He got really bad.
He took my
But
microphone.
you know, the thing is, I've been away for such a long time. I've come back and I've just seen a different Sin.
Yeah, you know what? I think...
What's happened to him?
Did you notice that his shoes are too big? I
Okay,
don't
maybe
know.
it's the tongue.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with Sin. He's having ideas above his station. But we was discussing. What was we discussing, Ron? Come on, we was talking about some stuff. Come
Yeah,
on.
I was really
Well,
wanted. All I wanted to do was a serious conversation,
Yeah, but
football conversation.
we were being professional.
And asking you
right, England.
about the
That's
favourites
right.
for the World Cup. Then you started rambling on about England and wanting to lose, and you
I
wanted to
did no.
Okay.
I did not say I didn't. Anyone listening to me and ready to burn crosses on my doorstep and graffiti National Front and ED English National Defence League on my doorstep. Two things I need to tell you. Think of Malcolm X standing behind a window. Think of that. I'm just saying that. Think of Malcolm X standing behind a window. He's prepared. I'm not saying I'm Malcolm X, but I'm just saying I'm never ever want England to lose. I'm just saying that they don't want to win, Ron. They don't want to win.
But this is a question: do you want England to win the World Cup?
Not really.
Why?
Because I think that a bunch of young millionaires who are spoiled and are too busy doing sex videotapes and doing all the other stuff, I've got no interest in winning. You don't get paid to go there, and they must be thinking, again, we've discussed doing things for the right reasons. If you get called up to England and you say no, you get vilified. You just get vilified. So you're saying yes with a shotgun in the back of your head. You don't really want to do it. I don't get paid. I'm not going to see that bird, am I? I'm not going to see the escort bird. I can't do all me social media, can I? And
it's good for his career to be called up for
no,
him, isn't it?
it's not necessarily good for
you
do you admit to name some black men that have been called up for England squad? You never hear from them again, Ron? Yeah?
Who's that then? I don't know any.
Well, I don't know any either, but I'm sure there is some. If I think about it for 3 or 4 seconds, I'm sure I can come up with some.
Yeah.
Who's that tall man, Ron? He used to be I don't know how he got to. I don't know how he got to manage someone like Scottish. Palmer.
Carlton Palmer.
Did he play for England?
Yeah, he did.
How many times? Off the
I don't know.
top of my head, ladies and gentlemen.
Probably between 10 and 20 times.
Never 10 and 20.
I think
Never
he did.
ever.
I think he did.
Never ever.
Carlton Palmer, I think about 20. Yeah, he was. I remember him. He was under Graham Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did.
Who's the black player? Who's the manager, Ron? Who's the manager they asked him, they said to him, how is this player, black player? And he said, well, put it this way, you won't be doing any skanking tonight. Who was it?
I don't know that was. I can't remember.
Is it Big Ron Atkinson?
That was Joe Royle.
Joe Royle, that's
I don't know who the player was.
Yeah, I was trying to think who it was because that player played for England, I think, twice.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think, is it Trevor? No, it's not Trevor Sinclair. Who's the one they called Pineapple Head? Who's that?
I know his name.
No, he played for
Jason
Ireland.
Something, but
he played for Ireland.
Bloody hell, you say you don't know about football, but you do.
Because he had locks or something. I'm trying to think.
Jason something. But
Yeah, no, the actual players. Anyway, so we were talking about something else, Ron. We're digressing, ladies and gentlemen.
So you know your football.
No, I don't know my football, Ron. All I know is that when I was about 12 years old, I was wearing Adidas World Cup that cost 35 quid in those days. I didn't live in a 5-bedroom.
Why did your mum or your dad pay £35 for somebody who's not even interested in football?
Because I was young.
No, because you were spoiled.
Oh, sorry, I was spoiled.
Yeah.
But you know what, Ron? I think
rotten.
I think, Ron, they all got their own back on me because they always said, as I was telling you and Sin before the show, that I would always amount to nothing. And they got it. Oh, look, Sin's back, Ron.
You know what?
Sin's back.
Oh,
Look at his
he's
face.
coming back inside. You know, I think I'm going to say a joke.
Go on.
I think it was because he was always coming up short.
Oh, okay, that's a good one, Ron. Good one.
That was a good one, isn't it? Because
So, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that was a good one, wasn't it?
Hold on, let's clarify.
Wasn't that a good one?
Ronnie's mocking my height. He's mocking my height because he says I'm what's the word?
5'4"?
No, is it horizontally
5'3"?
challenged? Is it not horizontally? What's the word? When you're
Vertically
Yeah,
challenged.
that's it. Vertically challenged.
Is it 5'3" you are?
I'm
5'2"?
I'm 5'1", Ron.
5'1"?
I'm the same.
I'm sure you're 5'4" the last time I saw you.
No, I'm exactly the same height as.
Oh no, because you're platformed on it.
You got jokes, Ron. Ronnie,
you've cut your hair. That's
Ronnie, why is someone who's got pictures of Shiwaddy Waddy on their bedroom mocking my high heels?
Well, I like the drummer because he was black.
Yeah, and also I'm the same height as Sin, so I'm only 5'1", but I'm the same height as
Sin.
Sin.
He's taller than you. He looks down on you.
that's
Sin pats
true.
you on the head every time he comes through the door.
Yeah, like Benny Hill. That's why he pushed the mic. That's why he pushed me off the mic and
Sin, how long have we got?
took my mic away.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Right.
So I think there's
Shall we hold our breath for 2 minutes?
Who's your bozo of the week, Ron?
My bozo of the week. You know what? I mean, I was going to say Quasi, you know. But you know, I'm not going to say. I'm going to say Liz. I'm going to say Lizzie.
So hold on, Ron. Who's your bozo of the week?
Liz Truss. Yeah, she's my bozo of the week. She threw a good friend under the truck.
So what we're saying, Ron, is the bozo of the week are the people who lead us.
Yeah.
And we're following them happily. Is that a bit of irony?
It is an irony, isn't it? It is.
The bozos of the week are our leaders who we follow.
She absolutely threw him under a truck. Then she appointed somebody, another guy, to be a chancellor, and he just overread all her policies. He's just torn it apart and started again. Yeah, but she's a bozo. Oh yeah. Actually, can you just explain to the? Can you explain to me? Can you explain to the listeners why we are using the word bozo?
Yeah, listeners, we've got to be quick here. So, somebody in Maryland listens to our show.
Baltimore.
I'm saying Maryland. That's not how they say it. They say Maryland.
Baltimore.
But we all know Americans have got no language because they're too thief, just like Jamaicans. Someone in Maryland heard the show, and for some reason or other, Ron, he thought we were serious. Yeah. And then he said at the end, I just realised they're having a joke. I thought they was two bozos. Ron, who says bozos then, Ron?
Can we call this man out? What's his name?
I don't know his name. Luckily for him, he's lucky. I'm going to just step into my Jamaican character for 1 second. Yeah. He's lucky. I'd have lick him down. I'd have thump him up. I would have thump him down and lick him up. He's lucky, man and man tutus fam directly. Right, I've got that out of the way. All right. So I don't know who he is, but it was funny. It was funny, and I'll try to find out his name. I'll go back and have a look at what he said. But anyone listening, that is a true story. Maryland. Yeah. Washington.
I think we need to
go. Thank you. Tune in next week. It's so good to have Ronnie. Tune in next week to hear Ronnie say.
Thank you and goodbye.
Frustrated with finding the right mastering for your song to a professional commercial standard? New Balance Studios London, UK.